which actually shows some smarts on trying to just make sure we can get everybody back to work as quickly as we can.
Well, no, there's a lot of really cool things about this, getting in quickly, avoiding the permits by leaving it the same, taking the insurance money and hiring your employees to be, because 5 months, very few people in the population can stay out of work without a paycheck for 5 months or 6 months. And for you to take that money and repurpose and then teach these people a new skill, I love that. What a great idea.
They might have taught me some skills I didn't know I had. And getting back to the funny part was I said, okay, guys, y'all come to work. I'll give you 8 hours a day, 9 hours a day, and I'll provide lunch. Well, these guys eat so much, it started getting expensive every day. That's why the best help was when someone
They probably didn't eat breakfast at home. They're like, no, man, you know what? We're going to eat. Eddie's going to feed us anyway.
Well, if he's going to be cooking, he's a good barbecue.
Yeah, that's it. And
so you get volunteers to come out and cook, and
yes,
that's cool.
Yes, and it worked out beautiful. And
so, what was the cause of the fire? Did you ever figure that out?
They thought it was a short in one of the freezers that I had, a freestanding unit, and it caught fire. And I guess there were some boxes near it, or that's where I kept, at the time, that's where I kept some of my, not on top of it, but close to it. And that's what sparked it all.
Gotcha. So when it comes to your strategy now for how you're running your business, obviously you guys are doing well. So what's your strategy there? Why are you guys doing well? What's your marketing? How do you get the word out? Is it just word of mouth? Talk to me about how you run your business these days.
Word of mouth, consistency, and my clientele. When I opened up, I had Paisanos 100 yards away from me, and Pizza Hut 100 yards away from me, and 600 yards another Pizza Hut.
Oh, wow.
And then the Sandwich Garden. I don't know if any of y'all remember the Sandwich Garden. It was at the corner of McCullough and Dewey, and that was a long-time staple. And if you wanted a good sandwich, you went to the Sandwich Garden. And so everything I was serving was already taken within a quarter-mile radius around me. And so I knew I was going up against Paisanos, and I said, okay, strategy is sell it the cheapest you can. And all through these years of working here at that location, that's what I've done. And it'd be innumerous the times that I've been told, how do you serve this food at such a cheap price? My purveyors would say, Eddie, you're killing other people because you're selling homemade Alfredo sauce, chicken baked on site, your own noodles cooked for $6.99 with the salad and bread. And he'd say, on the market, it's going for $12.99. I said, well, this is the only way I get people in here.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. It's value. It's not just price. Yes, it's price. But if people perceive it to be a great value, then they're going to come, because you could have sold it for $3.99, and if it was horrible and soggy, people wouldn't want to pay it. But for $6.99, they think like, wow, what a great value. This compares to something that might be $12.99. There was a joke about a guy that has a business, and he starts selling everything for a nickel less than what he paid for it. He goes, yeah, but if you're losing money on each one that you sell, how are you going to ever make a profit? He goes, well, I'm going to make it up in volume. Which is
you can't do that. That's fuzzy math.
Right, fuzzy math. But the idea is that you don't have to make money on everything. And I don't know, do you sell wine at the restaurant?
No, there's one of the oldest grade schools in elementary school across the street.
Close by, so you can't get any kind of license.
There's no license there.
Yeah, because I was going to say, some restaurants, they'll do a loss leader where they lose money on something, but then they're making more money. Yeah, of course. Yeah, retail business for sure. Even grocery stores make very little on milk and eggs. Maybe this is pre-pandemic thinking.
Right.
Eggs are $17 a dozen. But But the idea is they make money on other stuff. But even in the food business, if there's something that people come to you for, you might make money on the sodas, because then the sodas, you have 25 cents or 30 cents worth of liquid and you're selling it for $1.95, $2.95 or whatever. And people, they get a soda, they get a tea, low cost item. But again, there is something to be said about building a clientele based on the value that you provide. They tend to be stickier clients. They'll stay with you longer because it's a good value.
So that begs the question. So you're making it really, really low cost. How are you able to do that?
Well,
compared to like Pizza Hut.
Okay, well, also I learned about selling slice of pizza because I worked in a lot of pizzerias only. That's all we sold, pizza. And so it was volume all the time, volume. And so I went in with that strategy. Okay, sell as many as you can for the cheapest that you can. And if I was losing money on something, I sure didn't know it. I had no idea what it was. But so it went from there, volume. And from the beginning, I've been in the business now, I think, since 42 years. And when you only make pizza, all you had to do was cut the cheese, make the dough, make the pizza sauce, cut the vegetables, and pepperoni, and that's what I would sell when I was working for other companies, was pepperoni or sausage. And so I learned the basics. I learned them pretty well, and I just took it with me. And I just took that with me. I worked for all the pizzerias that were in the malls. I think I've worked in every mall in San Antonio. And I worked for all the pizzerias in the malls. And every franchise had a little strategy, or they did something in particular very well that I liked. And I learned what worked and what didn't work, and I tried to put all that together, and that's what I did.
What's your differentiator, if you will, whether it's pizza or sandwich or pasta or whatever? What is it that makes kind of Eddie's food a little different?
Well, it's the quality, and one of the first signs I had made in the restaurant was, "We are proud of what we serve." And I had a picture of a pepperoni pizza. I had it painted for me, pepperoni pizza with green peppers on it, and underneath, "We are proud of what we serve." And that was it, because the business was a smokehouse when I stepped into it, and it had no decor, nothing, and it was. I can say it now. It was rather shabby. It wasn't too much to look at. I remember thinking, man, if I was coming into a restaurant, I wouldn't go in there. But the price brought in a certain amount of people, and the price brought in a certain amount of people, and that's the strategy.
So the price might bring them in, but the quality will get them to come back.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the hook, right? I mean, that's
the quality. Exactly. I don't think too many chains make their own dough anymore, and
no, they don't.
People see this.
I know that for sure. I've had, in my marketing business, I've had dozens and dozens of restaurant clients, and I know how these big purveyors of raw ingredients work. I've been to their shows. It's incredible. Like, I had no idea until I started to go into some of these big food shows. Diced every vegetable you can imagine. Pre-made dough in little balls already. It's all pre-done, shrink wrap, sent to you, and you just cut it open, flatten it, put in whatever. But you can taste the difference.
We call that Cisco food.
Yeah.
At least my kids.
Yeah.
It's a Cisco restaurant.
You make everything from scratch on site?
Absolutely. That's
a big deal.
Yeah,
I think more and more people are looking for that too, because
they are. But you should advertise it, and you should talk about it.
Yes.
In my business, that's what I do with marketing, with websites. People say, "Oh, I can get a website for $500." I go, "You can," and it's a template. It's out of the box. It's no different than like what you said about Cisco food. Not saying it's bad.
No,
I'm
not-
just
not-
saying,
not at all.
I'm
I've
just
ordered
saying
from Cisco.
that, you know what? It's not curated for you. It's not made by hand. It's not made with love. It's a different business model. Quantity versus quality. It's that simple. And that's why I hire employees to code stuff and customize it for what the client wants. If not, they can go anywhere to get something out of the box.
Yeah, I think that's a big deal. Where people definitely need to hear that about your place is that you build or you make all your stuff from scratch where you're at. So they're going to taste the difference. Not only that, but they're probably going to feel the difference too, because some of these prepackaged foods, they have to have ingredients added to them to increase their longevity of their lifespan, so they don't, overly oxidize or lose their flavor or whatever else. And you're avoiding all of that by making them fresh.
My sister, dad, and I and brother went to a Chinese restaurant that we've been going to for many, many years on Wurzbach, Golden Walk. And so one of the owners was there. And I said, hey, that hot oil? That's really good. Oh, yes, thank you. He says, we've been making it for like 30 years. We make that. We make our orange sauce. We make it in the back. I go, isn't it easier just to buy it at H-E-B? He goes, we make the one for H-E-B too.
Oh, wow.
He
That's
goes,
cool.
they like ours, so they buy it, and we do our own package, and then we do one generic for them.
So Wurzbach, where's this at?
Yeah, right across from a wash tub. They're my clients.
Oh, okay.
On Wurzbach, between I-10 and Fredericksburg, right in the middle.
Okay.
Yeah, really good. Been there many, many years. Was next door to Fujiya, which I think burned down, and it's called Golden Walk. Yesterday, 1 o'clock, 1 hour wait. People lined up outside, and it's a huge restaurant. They make everything from scratch, or from Mitch. But I love that. I'm gonna go try pizza. I've been there.
Thank you.
Yeah, but now I'm gonna enjoy it more that I know you own it.
Oh, yeah.
And
Well,
I'm gonna go there. So you do have pizza by the slice also?
No.
Okay.
There was a time where you couldn't put pizza on a slice without a warming tray, and that would dry the pizzas up, and that was my struggle.
Oh,
How
got
do
it.
you sell pizza by the slice? I didn't think it could be done, and so
Yeah, and done right, and
yeah,
it
so-
tastes good.
so
I
we
kinda
came up
like
with
it
the-
dry. I don't know.
We
I
came
love,
up with-
I love warmed over pizza. It's fine with
oh,
me.
the best
No,
pizza
but that's okay
is
if you eat it at your house. But
day
if you
old
go to
cheese.
a restaurant and get that, you're not going to be as happy.
I don't know.
the old cheese pizza is perfect. You just put a little olive oil on top,
Really?
and my God,
Hey,
it's
let's
delicious.
start. Okay, I think we started a new business
Oh
called
my
Day Old Pizza. We'll go buy all the pizzas that are left over from all the other places, and we don't serve them until the
No.
next day.
Well, can you imagine the markup on
Guaranteed
that? The profit
nothing.
margin would be massive.
Oh yeah.
All right, we got to wrap it up there. But Eddie, if people want to visit your restaurant, where do they find it?
They find us at 1906 North Main Avenue. It's on the northeast corner of San Antonio College. And one point here, we were opening Monday through Saturday. I always felt that employees, because I worked so many Sundays in the malls, I said, I'm not going to put my employees to it. So after COVID, we went from Tuesday to Saturday. And now it's gotten to where I'm already getting all my employees maxed out at, getting overtime is better said.
Getting all their
and
hours
I
plus.
just cannot find the people to open up on Monday. And that's our new goal is hire people, start training them, and being able to open up on Mondays.
Okay.
So
you're
right
still
now it's
closed Sundays.
Sundays, of course, and now it's Mondays.
And now okay. Gotcha.
Every business should have at least one day they're not open. I mean, I think so. All right, as we wrap up the show, quick reminder to, thank you for coming in, Eddie. I really
Thank you so
appreciate the
much.
Conversation. Quick reminder to check out our latest podcast to catch video version of the show anytime by visiting our website at satalkradio.com. That's going to be it for us for this one. Thanks, everybody.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it.
Outstanding.
Have a nice day.
I'm hungry now, Eddie.
Yeah, for pizza,
go
right?
in.
Yeah.